Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Molina has been with CEO Space and really on faculty level since the 1990s. He has consistently been engineering and helping in areas of raising capital, raising money. He's helped and coached and been part of the sequence of putting the compliance sequence into place and moving capital into markets where countless millions of dollars, really I can't tell you the total number, have been raised by his helping the particular company. What he likes to do is work with a company, build it up to a certain level, see them get their money, and then go to the next company. He loves the early stage moving up, and then as they get their professional management, moving the next early stage, moving them up. He's good in the space. He loves what he does. He's been doing it for 15 some odd years. He's really helped a lot of people get the light bulb on the capital side, which is very helpful for many of the folks that come. He teaches on that subject at CEO Space, and he works very closely with all the lawyers on legal compliance. And so he's the head of a professional consulting organization out of Honolulu, Hawaii, that operates with clients throughout the United States and Canada. And he is just revered and respected by those that come here. I want you to know on CEO Space TV, one of our policies regarding our faculty is if we have a complaint from someone that the person isn't doing their work properly and they're not functioning correctly and they don't fix it and make it right with the client, we rotate them out of the faculty. And when you have someone that's here this long, 15 some odd years, at the time the film's being made, with 0 unresolved complaints, that is a star of caring for you first. How do they get the customers? How do they get customers at this? They call it a news trade show. What is the mechanism? How do they do it?
Well, the mechanism is really simple. I think the simplest model in the world. You know, you bring everybody together who has goals and objectives. You put them in an environment where there are, you know, the highest level trainers are on the planet in every area that they require. Now, when you run an ad, you're shotgunning it. Your marketing dollars not knowing who's going to respond. And here you have your demographic in every area, whether it's marketing or sales, products, services, whatever you want, all in one location to serve each other. So they spend a lot of time together, really quality time, every moment of the day doing business. We spend 6 hours a day in meal meetings and 3 hours at night working with your customers, working with the support system you need to further your business along. And so the meal tables are very organized where other than another environment where you're just doing a free-for-all, we're all organized, listen to everybody of what they're doing, what their businesses need, and everybody are exchanging contacts. We have these cards on the table that says, I'm the solution or I know the solution. And people are fighting to give each other's contacts to help them out to take their business to the next level. And so our meal tables are run very efficiently where everybody gets what they need, what they require for contacts, and they get into meetings in the evening with those individuals to further those contacts, to develop those actual leads that are actually concrete. They're not if this person can help you, this is the solution for you.
That's like 9 hours a day at a trade show of real traction to action.
Absolutely. You know, the thing about this is, and it's really hard to describe, like you said, it's like people are sitting there and what they're not familiar with is that people want to help them. You know, they want to help them and they want to see them further their business. So they sit down and they get quality time discussing what their needs are, discussing what they actually need, so they can target the contact they have for them, make the quality introduction by phone, that you don't get that.
I think we might be explaining to them, if they want what they're hearing, they want a marketplace that is filled with people that will really help them. They have to be the market. They themselves, when they enroll and pay to come, they have to be the market for someone else, or it wouldn't work. They can't come in selfishly. So if they're selfish, they should not come.
I agree with you. The first thing people ask me, what's to be successful in this membership? Leave your ego outside the door and help another person.
You're getting continuous support. I don't think that's clear. They don't know that.
I'm so happy you brought that up. You know, people look at this as, what they're used to, a conference, seminar, workshop, where it's done, there's no support. And the value behind this, between the forums, is that we have an online community that's password protected, that's a global context over 140 countries. They have their local clubs. They have one phone call away to the next contact. You know, it's not about waiting 2 months, it's about utilizing the value of resources that their membership offers them. So it's like doing 2 months of a trade show. You're constantly making contacts, you're constantly getting quality introductions, and you're constantly doing the work. So
and you have the mentors helping you as stuff comes up. I
mean, absolutely. I get phone calls all the time. I get people emailing me and they're like, I have a question for you, do you mind me to ask you a question? What's it going to cost me? I mean, what's your question? I can return a question in a matter of 2 minutes and move on and keep doing my work without having to charge them a dime. Well, something that happened quite a few classes ago is where a gentleman got up from my meal table. We're all helping each other. I was talking to another young lady. We're all giving to her and giving her contacts. He said, "Excuse me," and he came back about 15 minutes later, and I asked, "Is everything okay?" He said, "You just saved me $250,000. And I said, "How so?" He goes, "I made a phone call. If I would have signed that contract, I would have made the biggest mistake in my life." And he said, that was worth it right there. It's so satisfying, and I tell you, there's only one place on the planet that I give, 50 days a year of my life of donating my time, which is here. And it's the highest work for myself to do because of that. Somebody was there for me 17 years ago. I'm there for them. It's a way to pay it forward. It's the ultimate paying it forward to other people. And as a result, with the new members, people go, well, what do you get out of this? There's got to be something you get out of it. Yeah, I get people like you that are like-minded into a network to help other people, and I'm still learning from you. You may have a contact that I may require one time to further my business, because that's what it is. It's a community of the giving back, community of opening doors for people to make sure people succeed and win.
I'm a new author, and I just came to actually just to promote my new book, Your Money is Everything. And what I got out of the experience, it's a membership. I was basically here to connect with businesses, maybe try to pick up some distribution, and just create some awareness for my book. And what I found through the process, I've been an investment banker and an investment advisor for 19 years. And you go through this week-long process as a new member like I just joined. And there's actually classes you can choose from. You go through these classes that teach you from sequencing, branding, marketing strategies. We got publicists were here. If you're a business, you've got capital advisors, which I know everything there's about capital, but they gave these great tutorials on people that didn't understand the common practice in the common compliance laws and all that about how to raise capital for startup companies, the development stage, and the differences between them. It's really been a kind of a remarkable process, because I thought it was all just about getting to know people and networking and things like that. And what really came out of it was you build these great contacts, relationships, but you learn a ton. There's a bunch that I learned about my company that I was doing wrong as far as how to market it, how to do the sequence strategy. I do all this marketing over here, and I didn't really plan it very well over here, so nothing was getting done. And now I realize why I was wasting marketing dollars, which is kind of a cool benefit.
What does it feel like to take brands up? And you were there when Chicken Soup for the Soul was born. You were there and watched it grow to what it became and sold for $68 million. You know that Rich Dad Poor Dad came out of here, and really so many things that have mushroomed out when Mars and Venus collide. The cash flow game, just so many things that are national brands. Tow Truck in a Box, Piano Wizard, Laser Shield, all these things you saw invented. You saw them come together at a table at a meal. What's it like to see these whole global brands just coming out constantly from this one place, and the viewer going, why haven't I heard of it? Why didn't I know about it?
It's like growing up, you hear about people having napkin ideas. You hear about people that are self-made. Well, nobody's self-made. You have to do it with a team of people. You need resources, you need people and money. But to see these napkin ideas that you hear about growing up come to fruition, it's amazing, you know, and the feeling you get when you turn on HSN or you turn on an infomercial. Or the other day, I walked through a Costco. I took a shortcut through the book section, and here was a book right from a member who just joined a couple of months ago, flat in my face, who has distribution through all the Costcos. She's in the bookstores too. And I'm walking by going, I remember her when she walked in and she just finished the book, and now she has all this distribution. And what a win for her.
Isn't that fun?
What a win for her.
You know, investors come in, and you watch this quite a bit. And of course now, I guess we're getting quite a pool of investors repeating that they won't invest if the person hasn't been through CEO Space. Why does the investor like the fact that CEO Space reduces risk to them?
You know what it is? It's two words I always tell people when I teach is they're displaying competency and direction. You know, the competency is identifying what they know, identifying what they don't know, and requesting the support. Investors, everyone's told me, when I hear what they don't know, it's not a weakness, it's a strength, and then they tell me what they're doing about it, so it reduces my risk. They're not trying to be, you know, an ego. It's all about, I got everything. It's, this is what I require to execute this, and this is how it's going to happen. And investors look for that. At the last forum, I walked out after the snap, and I ran into a gentleman, asked him while he was here, and he told me. And I said, what else? He goes, actually, I'm here looking for 3 or 4 projects to invest in. I said, let me ask you a question. I made a comment earlier that evening about if none of you ever asked for capital, but just shared your passion, your vision, and where you're going, what you have lined up to do it. I said, investors would ask you, do you require capital? I said, is that a correct statement? He said, absolutely, that's what I look for. I don't think about the money they need, I think about what they have in place and what they're doing about it.
Well, I think investors too like being with each other, and then they like the law firms that are there and the fact there are former government prosecutors here that are conservative. I mean, that over-compliance standard that is brought into the discussion with all the entrepreneurs so that they know what over-compliance looks like and they operate within a higher standard. I think that reduces the risk and investors feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, I work with so many attorneys across the country, you know, and even, you know, when we talk, we always talk about over-compliance. We talk about, look, it's like, you know, stay within the lines are your friend, like driving, right? Stay well within it. And if you do so, you reduce that risk to yourself and the investor.
You're not going to hit the curb.
You're not going to hit the curb. Why would you put not just the investor at risk, but ultimately your vision?
Yeah,
why put your company at risk?
And
all that, and to lose everything. And now I tell people you have to learn how to turn down capital because you have to make sure it's the right fit for you. And the people that are the right fit are going to know that the over-compliance really protects them.
My name is Adam Tageldine from Ultra Perform, and now we're in over 200 stores. When I first came here, I was selling my product at swap meets. Great test marketing, great place for me to get started. But CEO Space led me to being able to double my revenue every year for the past 4 years. And I've been able to keep going. You know, we've had some struggles over the past year, some growing pains, but I always know I can come back to CEO Space for the weekend for free and keep building and redeveloping my product and learning how to market it, test market it. It's also given me the creative juice that I can go back and come up with a new product or a new marketing strategy and implement it right away.
It's such a great joy, rewarding as a platinum member. You have direct access to the top leadership, you have direct access to all the wealth of the knowledge, to the top-notch, highest quality of the people. I enjoyed it so much, and you feel that participate in the leadership of the CEO Space. We just talk about the best practices in the club president. We talk about the best integrity that we like to have the standard, so we be consistent and deliver a great value for the people. And one of the things I learned is really, I was surprised that Bernie spent a lot of time with us and take care of every one of us, each specific request and situation.
If they're in a fear storm about going over the money, what would you tell them?
We've always been able to eliminate any time or money barriers. And if they're stuck about fear about requiring the capital, what they have to understand, there's a difference between their mindsets about what they know about borrowing money, you know, which they associate with their old programs, and borrowing money is when they got into trouble personally, when they needed some help. We can teach them how to acquire the capital to invest into their business, to get the resources they need that they don't have the support. And so once they understand the difference of what this is, it's an investment, we can teach them how to raise the capital in 72 hours or less. I just coached somebody recently. It took them to go through some of the materials, one coaching call, one phone call, and they had $10,000 in the bank.
And they really didn't know how to do that. What was the emotional shift from where they were terrified to where they made that deposit?
The shift, first of all, to get them to do this was to explain to them the difference of what the capital was for. It's about growing something, not putting a Band-Aid on something. And when they made the shift, what they reported back was, it was okay for me to receive. It's okay for me to receive. I didn't come from neediness. I didn't hit people up for money. I wasn't pitching anybody. I shared what my passion was.
They kind of moved from an unhealthy relationship with money to a much healthier.
A much more healthy relationship with what money is, what capital is. And the capital is, again, it greases the wheel to receive what we need, our support. And this is a place that they can. I was telling them, they said, you know, I can't pay so little of an investment to get the kind of support that I've gotten so far. And they weren't even a member yet. Everybody I've met so far in the last few days I've been here is blown away. You know, I never knew. I could have never been prepared. You know, had I would have known. You guys don't tell us everything.
But we're not even starting. They're the bonus classes. Yeah. We haven't even started the forum
Exactly.
yet.
We're not even there yet, you know, and they're making more deals and more contacts. And this is the difference between feeling good and bottom line results.
What would you tell them so they overcame their anxiety and fear and discomfort?
Very simply put, they check in with themselves. What do they honor more, their fear or their future? And then if you can identify what the fear is coming from, just let us know what that is. Because that fear is just something that you can't, you have a blockage to see what's real and what's not and how to overcome it. So just honor your future and we can help you.
Hi, this is Jerry Foster, otherwise known as the Super Brand Maker and Master Brand Strategist. I'm here at the May 2011 CEO Space Forum in Henderson, Nevada, and I just got off the stage in front of 500 people. I was there delivering my message on how to create a super brand, a brand that can become a household name one day. And the reason that I'm right now here talking to you is I want you to really embrace just how special CEO Space is. It's a place where you can come as an entrepreneur and perhaps have a dream to start a business, expand a business, or perhaps you're coming here to grow something beyond your wildest imagination, but it can be done here at the forum where you get the contacts, the customers, and the community, and all the things that you're looking for to have a business of your dreams. So I invite you to come. You're looking for assistance, this is where you find it. If you're looking for capital, this is where you find it. If you're looking for customers, this is where you find it. There's no other place on the planet where such a gathering of entrepreneurs, like-minded entrepreneurs like yourself who want to grow, who want to ramp up and hyper-grow their businesses to new heights and new levels of success, this is where they come to get it done. So I really urge you to come the next time it's being offered. Talk to your friends. Go to a local meeting in your market area if there's one available. But check out CEO Space. I'm part of the faculty along with other illustrious faculty members. And we're here to serve you. We're here to answer questions for you. We're not here to sell you anything. We are here to give you what we can so that you have that business that you dream of. Hope to see you the next time around.